Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to deal with the topic sentence from English grammar. In this topic, through this video, we will come to know what is a sentence, parts of a sentence, kinds of a sentence, patterns of a sentence. So, let us start. When we consider about sentence, generally people say a sentence is a group of words. But this is not the actual meaning of a sentence. The term sentence has some broader meaning. If we consider a dictionary, we will find a sentence is a set of words that is complete, typically containing a subject and a predicate, conveying statement, question, exclamation or command, and consisting of a main clause and sometimes one or more subordinate clauses. This is the meaning based on grammatical concept. But if we see in simple words, we will see a sentence is a word or a group of words which has a complete sense and one or more finite verbs. It starts with a capital letter and ends with a punctuation mark. So, we see there are four necessary things in a sentence. First is it is a group of words. Second is it has a complete sense. Third is it has one or more than one finite verbs. Four is it starts with a capital letter and ends with a punctuation mark. For example, I want to be a teacher. This is a complete sentence. He is playing cricket. This is another example of a sentence. So, this is all about the meaning of a sentence. Now we see parts of sentence. A sentence can be divided into two parts, subject and predicate. What is written before verb or that comes before verb, it is called subject, and what is written after subject including verb, that is finite verb. This whole part is called predicate. Suppose there is a short sentence, he goes. In this sentence, he is subject and goes is predicate. We see the next example. If the sentence is a little bit longer, a boy jumped. In this sentence, the subject is a boy. It is a group of words. So, in this group of words, that is phrase, a boy, a is qualifier and boy is head word or noun. And jumped is a finite verb and that is predicate. So, subject can be divided into two parts, qualifier and head word. Again, if a sentence is longer, a fat boy jumped. Again, in the subject part, there is a group of words, a fat boy. In this phrase, a is determiner, fat is adjective and boy is noun. A fat boy jumped. So the subject part is a fat boy and predicate part is jumped. Again, if we see another example of a longer sentence, for example, a green bird sitting in the tree flew away. So the subject part is a green bird sitting in the tree. A is determiner, green is adjective, bird is noun or head word. Sitting in the tree, it is a phrase. It is an adjectival phrase because this plays the role of an adjective. Flew away, predicate. So the sentence may be longer, but the parts will be the same. Sometimes in a sentence we don't use nouns or pronouns for subject. We use gerund. As in the example, walking is good for health. Walking is gerund and it plays the role of subject. So walking is subject. Again, sometimes we use infinitive in subject. For example, to work is to worship. And we see to work is infinitive. Again, when there is no doer and we start a sentence with it or there, so these words also, it or there, they are also subjects. For example, it is very hot today, or there is a king. As we can divide or bifurcate subject, in the same way we can classify predicate also. Predicate consists of verb, direct object, indirect object, complement, etc. For example, the sentence is Raju gives her a white pen. In this example, Raju is a single word, noun, this is subject. Gives her a white pen, this is predicate part. In this part, gives is verb, that is finite verb. Her is indirect object because in indirect object there is always a person. A white pen, this is direct object. In direct object there is always a thing. Another example, the teacher teaches us English in the morning. So the predicate part is teaches us English in the morning. Teaches is verb, us indirect object, English direct object, in the morning complement. Now we see the kinds of sentences. We can divide sentences on two bases and we can find kinds or types of sentences. The first basis is on the basis of nature. On the basis of nature, there are 5 kinds of sentences. First is assertive sentence, that consists of affirmative sentence and negative sentence. Second is interrogative sentence. Third is imperative sentence. Fourth is exclamatory sentence. And fifth is optative sentence. In the same way, we can divide sentences on the basis of structure or pattern. First is simple sentence. A simple sentence has only one finite verb. Second is complex sentence. In complex sentence, there is always more than one finite verbs and it consists of a principal or main clause and one or more subordinate clauses. Third is compound sentence. Compound sentence also has more than one finite verbs, and it also consists of main clause and one or more than one coordinate clauses. Now we see in English there are 7 basic patterns of sentence. We can write sentences in the following patterns. First is subject followed by verb. This is a small sentence. In this sentence or in this pattern, there are only 2 parts of speech, subject and verb. For example, John laughed. John is subject and laughed is verb. Second pattern is subject, verb, object. Subject is followed by verb and verb is followed by object. For example, John bought a bicycle. John is subject, bought is verb, a bicycle is object. Third pattern is subject followed by verb followed by complement. For example, John is tall. Fourth pattern is subject followed by verb followed by object and followed by another object. When there are 2 objects, one of them will be direct object, another will be indirect object. For example, John gave Jane a present. John is subject, gave is verb, that is finite verb, Jane is indirect object and a present is direct object. The fifth pattern is subject followed by verb followed by object followed by complement. For example, John made Jane angry. In this sentence, John is subject, made is verb, Jane is object, angry is complement. The sixth pattern is subject followed by verb followed by adverbial. For example, John sat up. John is subject, sat is verb, up is adverbial. The seventh pattern is subject followed by verb followed by object followed by adverbial. For example, John put the bag down. In this sentence, John is subject, put is verb, the bag is object and down is adverbial. So, mainly we can see sentences in English are formed on these patterns. There are other patterns also, but these are the main basic 7 patterns of sentence. I hope you have got a solid idea about sentence and you would have benefited. Thank you.